let's see what's the energy for the divine feminine or Pisces, and the divine masculine, and the union energies. Feel free to interchange them based on your situation. And do remember that this is a general reading, so don't make the messages fit if they don't fit. And my readings are intended to be timeless, so if you find this video way down in the future and the messages resonate with you, even if you're not a Pisces, then that is Spirit's way of bringing the message to you. Alright, so yeah, what do we have here? Wow, nice. So we're getting inner strength for you, Pisces. And what I'm picking up right away is, you know how Pisces are often thought of, Pisceans are often thought of as being very meditative, contemplative, close to spirit, and caught up in their inner musings. So you are being called to harness all of this wonderful connection to spirit and ground it into material reality by channeling it through your will, right? So how do you take your dreams and manifest them into the physical world, and thereby ensuring that you give birth to you know, that which has begun as a seed in your mind. So that is something that is coming up for you to go deeper in and understand about yourself. So let's look at your partner's energies, and what we get is, it says holistic health, but what I'm picking up from this card is the intertwining of the masculine and feminine energies, and this is a root chakra card. So what I'm picking up is, you know, the root chakra deals with issues around security and stability in the physical world especially. So what's coming up here is the ancient wounding between the masculine and feminine energies, and that's what is coming up for clearing for your partner. And I'll speak about the mirroring effect very soon, what you're clearing and what they're clearing. So the ancient rift here on planet Earth between the masculine and feminine energies is, you know, the feminine really fears the masculine, that the masculine might dominate the feminine through sheer physical strength and not give the feminine space to thrive and space to have a voice of her own. So that is the fear of the feminine. The masculine, on the other hand, faces the fear of loss of love from the feminine, who sometimes through distorted feminine energies, we find several women who withhold love and use love as a bargaining chip, and that's deeply hurtful to the masculine, and it causes the masculine to go into so much fear that the masculine then turns distorted and employs physical force to get the feminine to submit, and thereby not lose the feminine or her love. So this is an ancient pattern that's playing out on earth and in the collective consciousness, and it takes only one person to break the pattern, and that's what's coming up for both of you. So the mirroring effect in your case is, it seems, divine feminines or Pisceans. You could be the Piscean as well as the masculine, so just see which one fits for you. And so what's coming up is that you have a fear of the physical reality, and your partner has a fear of being controlled by you or the opposite sex in general. So this is what is coming up as a mirror for both of you. So it takes only one person to clear it, and the other person receives the healing on the connected issue. And let's see what's coming up more. So how would the feminine in this case go about clearing this issue? Any specific guidance that you can give us, Spirit? Wow, that's nice. Okay. And this actually came in the reverse, so let's leave with that one there. And I'm going to read this in a bit. It's the union energies that are playing out. So what I'm picking up is partnership. What's coming up for you is don't think of a relationship as an either or situation, because what I'm picking up for you is that you are either going completely into monk mode, where you say, okay, this is it, I'm just going to do everything on my own, I don't need relationships in my life, and I'm just going to do everything alone with God. So that's one end of the spectrum. And the other end of the spectrum is codependency and powerlessness and victimhood, where you're completely dependent on the partner. So what God is letting you know, that it's perfectly okay to be completely reliant on God, but don't rob yourself of the earthly experience. And God has put relationships here on earth for us to experience a happy, harmonious existence. And God shows up not just on the spiritual realms, God shows up in people as well. So learn how you can experience me in your everyday life and through your partner. So sometimes the greatest learnings and lessons come through your twin flame and partnership. So even if you're in a soulmate relationship, romantic unions bring some of the toughest lessons, or let me not say toughest lessons, let me say deepest healings. And that's something to be embraced. So embrace this rather than going into a hermit mode is what I'm getting. Let's just pull another clarifier for you. Oopsie. Wow. So, and we get the Two of Swords right away. So that's kind of what I was saying. So maybe you are in indecision over whether you want to leg it alone in life, or whether you want to like really partner with your twin flame. And the guidance is clear that partner with your twin flame. Your twin flame is your highest spiritual teacher. Through their behavior, through the issues that they mirror to you, they're bringing up your deepest blocks for healing. Okay, let's look at your partner's energies. And we got the prosperity card in reverse. So what I'm guessing is that the feminine has a very important role to play for the masculine in terms of his financial abundance and a lot of love, a lot of support, a lot of mental peace at home. These are very important grounding factors for the man to go out the next morning and really spread his capabilities out there in the world and achieve something and bring the money back home. But when he's back home, he needs that love and support, and he's not getting that right now. So maybe he could be in a karmic relationship, maybe he's in a partnership with someone who is blocking his prosperity. So, and that's showing up very, very clearly in his reality right now. And yeah, wow, we get the Ace of Wands. So what action is he taking to has he understood the correlation? Is he acting on it? Why is the Ace of Wands here? Okay, just clarify that for me, please. Okay. Oh wow, and this card was actually at the bottom of the deck when I saw it. Okay, so what I'm picking up is even your partner has kind of gone into this mode where he is like, I'm fine by myself. Even if he's in a relationship, even if he's with a karmic partner, he has isolated himself romantically, and he's kind of saying to himself that I can live the good life on my own, and probably just hanging out more with friends, drinking, sports. And he has kind of compartmentalized his life, and he's like, this is my family life, this is my work life, and this is the part of life which I really love. And what God is calling him or her to heal is, you don't need to compartmentalize your life that way, that this is work and something that I need to get done, this is family, something that I need to put up with, but it drains me out completely, and these are the 2 or 3 things that give me joy and happiness. So God is like, no, joy and happiness are the foundation from which everything else in life springs forth. And God is calling the divine masculine to make joy as the foundation and not as a compartment in his life. So that's what I'm picking up, and that's where his prosperity lies as well. And find your joy, and thereby find your life purpose as well. That's what is coming up. So let's look at what the union energies are between you. So these were the quick blocks that were coming up for healing for you. And let's look at this one. Wow. And we get the Lovers card. So if any of you who are watching this video wanted to know whether, it's not meant to be a twin flame confirmation, but because you and only you know within your heart whether someone is your true twin. But for someone who's watching this video, and God knows who watches these videos now or sometime down in the future, if you have been asking for a sign whether this person really is your twin flame and this message deeply resonates in your heart, then this is the card that came for you. It's the Lovers card. It's a card that indicates sacred union. So that's beautiful. And so what's playing out between you is, all of this is manifesting as huge communication blocks, because you might be focused on the fact that your partner is doing this, but what's the mirror on your side, right? And this is what's coming up with you. So learn how to partner with life, and don't go into a shell. And so communication, what else is coming up? Communication. So we got the Cycles card. So it says everything has its right time. So you're probably waiting for your twin flame to text you. You're probably waiting for them to get back to you about some commitment. And what you're being called to do right now is to honor the cycle of inner work that is being brought to you. And it does seem as though once you clear these blocks, it is going to open up the communication blocks that have presented themselves. And what I'm also receiving is some of you are feeling very blocked on telepathy. You've probably had a very clear channel of communication in terms of the energies with your twin. You're probably not feeling your twin's energies, and God wants you to know that God has everything in control. Just work on these blocks and clear these issues, and the communication channels, telepathic or otherwise, will open up again. Great. So those were the quick messages for you, Pisces. I do have a Twin Flames e-course, which I am building like a step-by-step guide to manifesting and being in sacred union with your twin flame, based on a lot of real-world experiences, based on my own twin flame journey, how I have successfully navigated a lot of blocks on my twin flame journey. And you can find the link in the description box below. Thank you.